What's up, everybody? Happy Monday morning. This is episode 171. I asked myself this morning, at what point have I done enough Monday motivating? And I'm not done yet. So here's going to be a few more for you guys to continue this journey of consistently delivering content on a weekly basis. So today's topic is around now is the time to fix your slow season / winter financial challenges. Every year, winter comes. And every year, people are challenged with cash flow and overhead and employees and cash on hand and tax season. And all this stuff happens like November, December, January, February. That's when this happens every year. Depending on where you are, some people actually can't operate because of snow and outside conditions. Some people operate 12 months a year. But the year is cyclical. So I'm going to say whenever your slow season or winter season is, now is the time to fix that. Now being the busy season. And what I see a lot of times happens is people get busy and they make a ton of investments into their business. They buy stuff, they get equipment, they go on vacations. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do these things. But if you're somebody who every year for the last several years has struggled to make it through the winter, the slow season, without crazy amounts of stress and pressure around the financial situation of your company, this is what I coach on. This is what I recommend you do. Figure out what 10 weeks of expenses are for you, specifically related to overhead. COGS, or cost of goods sold, or job-specific expenses. When you're slower, those expenses drop because you have less subs, you have less material needs, you have less hourly rate guys. When times are slower, your cost of goods sold, job-related expenses drops, but your overhead doesn't. And that's what typically tends to bleed you during the slow season is truck payments and insurance and leases or rent or mortgages on your building or overhead employees that are on salary, your salary. Those things never go away and never reduce. My opinion is 10 weeks is about the season that you need to weather. Figure out what 10 weeks of your slow season or what your overhead is during your slow season. And let's just say round numbers. Let's say that 10 weeks on average, you're spending, let's say 15 grand a week in overhead. So 60 grand a month. So that's $150,000. What I would do is take the busy 30 weeks, which is this time of year, take 150,000 divided by 30, which is $5,000 a week. And take that amount of money now, starting right now. Put $5,000 a week into an account that doesn't get touched. It will mean you will not feel as profitable. You will not have as strong a cash flow. You will not have as much of a buffer as you're used to having during this busy season, but it'll change the routine of your slow season. Imagine next year ending your slow season with money in the bank or less debt or the same employees, and starting next year faster with less stress, less anxiety, less scarcity, less anxiety around producing, and it'll change the way you operate. And then do it again next year. And every year, analyze your overhead, take the same 10 weeks, divide by 30, and that's what you need to put away during the 30 busy weeks of the year, which is typically depending on where you are, but on average, that March, April to September, October timeframe, approximately 30 weeks. So take the 10 weeks, divide by 30, that amount of money put away every single week into an account that you don't touch. This is the time of year you fix that. On top of that, this is specifically related to this type of a savings program in order to protect yourself and have the cash on hand to support you during the slower season. You also need to be looking at what could you be selling right now and setting up that to do later. The answer is you might not be able to sell anything. If you're a roofing company in Wisconsin, you're going to struggle producing opportunities to create revenue in that time of year. Just is the truth. But there's other things you can do. I know the people who start selling Christmas light installs and both residential and commercially. And there's a lot of really cool things out there that you could add as a service, but that's not the purpose of this one. This one is change your mindset around putting money away into an account now based on a logical and intentional process of taking 10 weeks of overhead, dividing by 30, and that's the amount of money you need to put away now. And I promise you, you can do it. I promise you it's going to make you feel broke during this busy season, but it won't bury you. It shouldn't sink you. And if it does, we need to look at other problems in your business. But this is the time of year most people have more cash flow that they can be more intentional with. And that's the calculation I'd suggest you take to make sure this slow season, the next slow season, 2024 winter season, does not stress you out and ruin the holidays for you as a parent, as a spouse, as a human, destroying the hard work you have all year and doing this cycle year after year after year. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be fun? No. But you'll be grateful you did it come January 2025 when you realize that you have the capital to support your business with or without work coming in, which will put you in a momentum and speed going into 2025's busy season like you've never experienced before. So try that out. Reach out if you have any questions. If you need help figuring this stuff out or figuring out what your overhead is, please reach out. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Go to workwithwinrate.com, fill out the form. Let's have a conversation. Let's get you on a free coaching call with one of our subject matter experts. This is what we do. We coach business owners to greater levels of success in life and business. And if you're struggling with this problem, I promise you that we have people that can help you figure it out. So this year is different, helping you win fast and win often.